And so you need somewhere to put how you do things inside the business. You're going to be writing checklists of how we run payroll, how we run customer projects, how you want your team to answer the phone. All of those things can be documented. And then when they're documented, it means that when you hire someone new, all you need to do is send them straight over to that guide or that process library, and then they're ready to get started and start working productively. So do I prefer Asana over Google Sites for SOPs, and why would I choose one over the other? That's a great question. I think Eddie might have been a part of my latest bootcamp, which is called Systemize and Scale. And that's all about systemizing your business and building a standard operating procedures manual and library of all of your operating procedures and all of your business information. When you do that, when you actually build out a library of your operating procedures and your checklists and your how-tos and everything that happens inside your business, it means that you can rapidly scale the business by delegating to your team. And so you need somewhere to put how you do things inside the business. You're going to be writing checklists of how we run payroll, how we run customer projects, how you want your team to answer the phone. All of those things can be documented. And then when they're documented, it means that when you hire someone new, all you need to do is send them straight over to that guide or that process library, and then they're ready to get started and start working productively. Now, in corporates and large organizations, quite often what that looks like is somebody just searching through the binders of policies and procedures, right? But they're usually out of date, or they're kind of there more for compliance rather than for actually, being useful on a day-to-day basis. And so what we teach in Systemize and Scale is we teach you how to actually create a systems library that looks like this. So this is using Google Sites, and you can see here that we've got lots of different sections around onboarding, but also every different area of the business has their own set of systems and processes documented on how we do things. And if I drill down into finance, you can see here there's how to process a chargeback for a customer, how to create a credit note. Right down to that level, we've got everything nicely documented. And so in someone's first week, they're going to get the newbies guide. We're going to take them through all the things that they need to learn as they're going through their first week. And we've got training on each one of our individual apps as well. Here's our training on Asana. Question is, should I use Google Sites, which is what I've just shown you, or should I use Asana for storing my systems and processes? And the answer is, they're different. Google Sites is like your systems and processes library. That's the place where you're going to put everything your team need to know, and the checklists and the documentation for how to do things. And I call that a systems library because you really want your team to start referring to it when they have a problem or when they have a challenge. And so if they've got something that kind of like pops up and they think, oh, I wonder how I get that done, like maybe social media posting, or if you record videos online and you want to have somebody embed them into your blog after they've transcribed them, that's the kind of thing where you would say to someone, okay, here's the checklist on how you actually do it. And then you basically let them go and do it. You let them read the checklist, let them read the system or the process that you've documented, and then they go do it. That system library, that's stored inside Google Sites, because Google Sites is the best place to store how to do things. Asana is very useful for when to do things, who is doing them, and are they done or not. So Asana is a task management platform, and it's a shared collaborative task management system, which means that you can invite all of your team and work with all of your team. So Asana is going to help you to know who's doing a particular task, who's responsible, how often it has to happen, because you've got things like repeating deadlines. So once you complete the task, it'll automatically create the repeated task when it needs to happen next week. And Asana is going to keep people accountable to actually getting things done. Now, one of the really clever things that you can do inside Asana is if you have a repeating task, well, you can actually recreate that each time, but you can link it into the system or the process that you have inside of Google Sites. Let me show you what that looks like. I've got my Google site here, and let's go and find something that might need to be done weekly. I'll probably go into my marketing area here, and I'll go to processes. So we've got some information here on how to do a broadcast inside Infusionsoft and what some of the parameters are on that broadcast. So I'm going to take the URL, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to copy the URL. So I'm going to make a new task, and I'm going to say that this task is called weekly broadcast email. Okay, wonderful. Now, I'm going to choose who I assign this to. I'm going to put the word test on there so I don't confuse anyone. I'm going to choose who I assign this to. And let's say, for example, this is assigned to Scott, and it's going to exist in the project Attract, which is our marketing team. We call them the Attract team. And from there, I'm going to paste the link to the process so Scott knows how to follow the process. And you can see here, I've got a priority. I'm going to say that's medium priority, and I'm going to set a due date of Friday. And let's say I might make that repeat. I'm going to click the repeat button, and I'll say repeat every Friday, but also every Tuesday if we want to send 2 emails a week. There we go. So when I create that task, it's going to delegate that task. Let me go ahead and open that one again. It's created the task for Scott. You can see there, it's in the Attract folder or the Attract project. He's got a link that he can open up at any time and find how to get the task done. And then it's going to repeat once it's created it. It's Friday, and it's going to repeat every Tuesday and Friday once it's been completed. So that's how those two systems work nicely together. Basically, Asana is how you get tasks done, whether or not tasks are done by someone or not, you can track them there. And then from there, you link out to your Google site, and your Google site is the place where you store all of your systems and processes. I hope this has been useful. Let me know if you like that answer. And if you like this solution, let me know in the comments if that's something that you will make use of inside your business. If you like this content, please hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live or drop new content on the channel. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, hit us up on social media or join our free community group. All the links to that are right below this video. If you'd like to learn more about Google Workspace and the technology ecosystem, you can join our free Genius Academy by transferring your billing across to itGenius. Or you can join a Workspace Basics Bootcamp. Now, if you're a business owner and you're interested in an audit on your technology stack or your Workspace account, or you're looking to do a project in the tech world, well, you can take advantage of our free consultation. And if you need help right now, then consider joining Concierge or taking up a quick fix with our team for professional support for your tech stack.